Well, good afternoon, everyone, or good morning for those of us who are in Europe, and good day to everybody else. And I'm delighted to welcome you all to our session on Tuesday, November 28, 2023, in our series about the emerging digital economy in context. So you can see from my picture on the screen that I'm Richard Dasher, Director of the U.S. Asia Technology Management Center. We're delighted to be able to present this series and would like to thank our member companies uh, whose financial support allow us to do this. We have 19 member companies now, and their names were on the rotating slides that we showed just before starting the meeting. This is the penultimate session in our series. Our series next week will be back to hybrid format. We will have a presentation about generative AI next week. This week, though, we're taking on one of the most important, I think, topics that can be addressed, having had disruptions from COVID and disruptions from geopolitical events and needing to move more toward net zero goals. Supply chains are a very hot topic. And I'm delighted to say that we have exactly the right speaker for this. Vikram Patil is the Associate Director of Business Development for the company CrimsonLogic. Vikram is with the Canada subsidiary of CrimsonLogic right now. He's been with CrimsonLogic Canada for 12 years. The company itself is headquartered in Singapore, and it's part of the PSA group. Well, I'll let him explain more about CrimsonLogic, but the company basically is a facilitator of world trade and port community systems, and also supply chain orchestration. So he's right in the thick of how new digital solutions are impacting the whole world of shipments and supply chains. I want to say a special thanks to Mr. Delon To of Enterprise Singapore for recommending CrimsonLogic and helping us get through to Vikram. So let me get out of the way and ask Vikram to give us some prepared remarks. If you have questions during the remarks, please put them in the chat window and we'll make sure that they are addressed one way or another. But we will have a Q&A session, a discussion session, after the prepared remarks are finished. So let me suggest that it would be good to type in, let me know that you have a question while Vikram is in his prepared remarks. Vikram, thank you so much for joining us from Ontario today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Richard. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and maybe good morning to to many folks from Asia. It's early morning over there. Well, I'm really very thrilled to give today's seminar on exploring basically the supply chain, the overall supply chain landscape. And maybe I would also share our journey, the CrimsonLogic journey towards total trade, actually, and whatever the strategies we have been doing to get that total trade solutions. So it's an honor to be presenting at Stanford, addressing a group of, I'm sure, bright minds eager to delve into, the complexities of the global trade and supply chain management. As most of you likely know that the supply chain is basically the backbone of the entire global commerce today. It is connecting more or less all the industries, the countries, the consumers in a complex dance of basically from the production to the distribution and the consumption. So today I will be talking about these complexities and explore the strategies that navigate the ever changing the supply chain landscape. Throughout the sessions, if you have any questions, we can go over it as well. So Without further ado, I will just go on to today's agenda. Basically, I mean, in this, we will cover an overview of the bilateral trade between the top 15 trading nations, unveiling, the dynamics of the entire global commerce, basically how much the volume of cargo or the goods these 15 countries are kind of moving. We can look at it. We also look into the trade segmentation based on the processes. Supply chain has many processes actually, and it has been can be categorized into 4 groups, and we go over those. We also talk about in basically what is in the supply chain and its components, followed by wish to show you how the existing supply chain complexity is actually how from the seller to the buyer there are hundreds of stakeholders are there, how they are interconnected to each other. We can take a look into this, followed by the key trends, which is affecting the entire trade and logistics today. So all of these challenges and etc. we took into it, and I would present basically the journey of the CrimsonLogic towards the total trade. We go over a few examples of how we managed to get the customs nodes connected on a platform. Similarly, other supply chain components were also unified into another platform. And we also have very strong experience building single window implementations for many countries, actually 20 plus different countries. And all of these examples, I would quickly show you about it. And and finally, I mean, I'll show you a couple of use cases and maybe a brief, I'll try to show our system, how they look like actually, and how our customers are using them. Okay. So if you look into this picture, actually, I mean, the total, I'm just trying to show you the top 15 trading partners in the globe, and the sheer amount of the trade they are doing, actually an impressive almost 5.4 trillion. Just the 15 different trading partners are moving around goods worth of 5.4 trillion, and how the supply chain plays a pivotal role, tirelessly moving all of these goods around the clock, 365 days a year actually. So at the heart of these, the supply chain management, moving all of these goods and services, we see a lot of processes that are happening. For example, I mean, if you look between the United States and China, there may be tons of vessels. They are moving that entire carrier management happening between that trade lane. There are hundreds of ports across the globe. When you arrive at a port, you need to meet the processes and the needs of the ports as well, and then you are coming across the customs. So a lot of these processes, they're all built into this supply chain, and bringing in all of those complexities in nature. So considering all of these processes, and if I try to segment them, or if we try to group them into 4 big sections, basically, I mean, if you see a commercial side of it, of the trade, you would see these marketplaces, online buying platforms, and etc. On the finance side, a lot of trade financing, you are paying the duties. It's all about your money and the payments with the customs and etc. Would be there would be hundreds of processes for that. Similarly, for the compliance, you would be talking about the customs processes, the port processes, the maritime regulations and etc. And the logistics side, you would see the shipment fulfillments and the carrier movements and etc. All of these different kinds of processes are very interconnected in the bigger supply chain context.
Can I
So,
interrupt you for just a second, Vikram?
mhm.
So they're interconnected, but they're all to different authorities and different kinds of lines of communication. And you can't really assume that the shipper wants everyone to see all aspects of the information about their shipment, right?
Yeah, I mean that's true. I think at the end of the day, I guess a shipper, if he has to move the cargo from point A to B, the challenges of navigating through all of those processes to make them move from A to B, there are quite complex processes are there actually, and the visibility of those cargoes. I mean, he would like to have that kind of a visibility at every leg of that cargo movement today.
Hmm. Okay, sorry to
Mhm.
interrupt, but I had heard
Yeah.
something that, one shipment of, say, avocados from Mexico to somewhere else might have dozens of, forms and different kinds of paperwork that would have to be submitted along the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, if these kind of food products or anything which are being shipped to, let's say, United States, you have to meet the customs compliance, the CBP customs compliance requirements, followed by the FDA compliance, and then it's many of the US agricultural requirements. So each one of them have their set of documentation requirements, their compliance, their permits, and so on and so forth. Actually, so you would see so many such documents needs from the shippers to just bring in those kind of products to the destination countries. Mind you, I mean, we didn't even talk about what it is required on their origin side, the customs, and the country from where they are being
Yeah.
exported as well. So it's yeah, it's quite a complex scenario actually. So, I mean, as I said, it is basically the supply chain is just an entire, the complete process
Hmm.
from, the operations. Basically, it involves from the origin, from the initial stages to of the production to delivering it to the end customer. And as you earlier asked me, actually, the entire nature of that supply chain. So if you see how the documentation, the processes, and the movement of the cargo required, where all the processes it need to go through it actually. So from the point of seller to the buyer, there are so many stakeholders in between. There are many platforms. For example, what we have seen over here is that almost if you if you if you look at the stakeholders align here, so many challenges. Even almost the 70% of the data is duplicated in the supply chain. What the seller has to send that information to the origin freight forwarder, to the origin bank, you would be almost duplicating that information when it has to go to the destination freight forwarder. And there are so many of these documentations, these licenses requirement, the PO requirements. It's quite a very complex in nature today, the supply chain is. Okay. It also yeah, I guess, I mean, when you see even just the movement of the cargoes from one port to another port, and when you are trying to uh, provide all of that congestions in the port, there is an estimated of almost 0.5% of the GDP losses. You might have heard basically the congestions in the Long Beach after the COVID, when all of those containers, all the ships, they reported at the Long Beach, and there was a huge congestion, and it took few weeks for just to possess some of these containers those during those times. Many, I mean, if you in this process, there are a lot of system integrations are there, between these systems. But often we noticed that the data sharing between each of these entities, for example, the origin freight forwarder or the port, the data sharing is just confined to that individual companies or limited to the players in the logistic chain. They don't tend to share that information quite often, and then it means that on the receiving end they have to recreate all of that information once again, so leading into all of those inefficiencies in the processes actually. So we're seeing all of these challenges in the current supply chain, and on top of that, these are some of the trends, which is also affecting basically the entire supply chain. So, for example, in the e-commerce, nowadays you can see the consumers, they wield a very great influence, expecting the products to be delivered within 1 day or 2 days. Even though the products are not very far away from the home actually. So these kind of needs of the e-commerce has an impact on the supply chain processes as well, meaning all other stakeholders would be affected throughout the chain. We also have seen the impacts of the trade war these days on the supply chain as well actually. So when we looked at all of these challenges inside the supply chain, we at CrimsonLogic, we find an opportunity for building a total trade, which basically orchestrates the entire supply chain from the seller to the buyer actually. I mean, this whole process need to be managed under a single platform or a total trade, rather than just building a silo products for just the shippers or the port operations or the customs. So we felt an opportunity is there to have a comprehensive entire supply chain orchestration system, and that began our journey towards a total trade system. So I guess, I mean, in building that, what the entire landscape of trade is, as we know, is undergoing huge digitalizations. We have done many projects wherein earlier the traditional one focused on streamlining the documentations, processes between government agencies. As you said earlier, we used to provide just solutions, and there are documents which need to be submitted to the FDA or some customs, and help in expediting the goods in the cross border. Actually, that was the earlier consensus, but nowadays, the shippers or the customers are looking for the entire orchestration of the global chain, meaning they are looking for a smarter way, a more secure and a seamless way of moving the ship. So they expect you to provide the services in the first leg of the journey as well. If the shipment is coming from, let's say, China to United States, there are expectations that you do provide the services from the first leg, meaning from the manufacturing plant to the ports, origin ports, and then from origin ports to the warehouses in the United States, and then the last mile delivery. So all of this, the stakeholders are looking for such entire solutions today.
Vikram, can I interrupt you one more time? On your slide right before that one, up in the top right, you mentioned that inefficiencies in the supply chain amounted to about 0.5% of GDP.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, that sounds like a huge number, but think that's something in the neighborhood of $600 billion in the United States. If GDP is 15 to 20 trillion dollars, as most people look, I'm sorry. In any case, it's a huge number, right?
No, that is, yeah, that's true. Actually, I mean, some of the bigger economies like the United States, when you have seen those congestion periods, the documentation requirements, the port related, the challenges for the carriers, not only just the carrier related challenges, but on the other side, if you see
Yeah.
all of those trucking companies who are going there to pick up those containers, and then down the line, those warehouses looking for those containers to be on time, receiving after a couple of weeks, and then down the line again further, the last leg, whether the delivery can be done within a day or it has missed those deliveries. So if you count in all of these together, the losses are quite significant in nature, actually. I mean, yeah, it's
And I've
quite.
also heard that, shippers often or purchasers often don't know where their shipment is. That the level
That's
of, visibility down into the system has not been good at all.
Yeah, the visibility is one of the biggest challenge of the supply chain, actually. So, for example, let's say if, as I said, if that a container load of shipment is coming from, let's say, from China into United States again. So on the way its journey, it is going through multiple ports. Let's say it's made a stopover at Philippines, and then it moved its onward journey towards the US. Sometimes when those containers are unloaded at some of these ports, you don't have a visibility of those containers at all, actually. I mean, uh, the shipper would be thinking that, okay, the container is moving, it stopped at Philippines, then okay, what happened actually, why it is not showing, it's not moving further, or where it is and what happened actually. So there are these gaps are there, which affects basically the visibility, and which is one of the key challenges over it, actually. We have certain products in our systems which is critically addressing these visibility issues, because we are partnered with many with PSA and with CrimsonLogic and others. We are able to provide a little deeper visibility of all of these containers today, actually. So I mean, this is the biggest challenges in executing total trade and enabling the supply chain. All of these issues, we were finding it. We also, if you see through this, there are all of these digital islands, actually. I mean, there is this shipping lines, these islands of others. It's very difficult for all of these to talk to each other, and those are some of the challenges, because in some of these these users of these islands, basically they may be talking in different languages, using different technologies like the EDIFACT NCs, we call it, and they are using a way of connecting to each other through SFTP, web services, and all of those things. So this overall movement of the data across the different stakeholders here is quite a challenging in the supply chain as well, actually. And then all of these, we looked at it, and we started finding that we looked into it, and we embarked on building and bringing together multiple stakeholders into an unified platform, actually. So what it meant is, to address all of these issues, we started building unified platforms. One of them being connected to the major customs, actually. On this platform is connected to almost 60 different customs across the globe. it's about, it's about getting the customs. If you see, if a customer has to deal with US customs and then has to deal with Singapore customs and any other more than 2 or 3, then all of those complexities of the customs requirements comes into it. So we built this platform wherein all of those customs can come together. We tailored the solutions that adapt to the unique, nature of the unique nuances of each of these environments. So thus addressing those gaps, we try to make the compliance seamless for our customers on this platform. Similarly, we also built another platform for the different stakeholders. It's called our Calista Logistics platform. On this, we were able to bring in all of the almost 80 different carriers across the globe on this platform. Actually, this also, it is like an Expedia of the ocean booking. All of our freight forwarders and other different set of customers, they were able to book their containers from a different set of ocean liners, rather than they have to go through each and every carrier's system and do the booking actually. So integrating all of those carriers into a single platform through our Calista Logistics as well. We also, have a great experience building these single windows. This was quite some time back. This first single window was built in Singapore around 1988. Actually, we embarked on this, using our trade facilitation platform. We started building these single window systems across the globe. This experience from the first implementation, we were able to productize that entire single window system, and then able to implement into many more countries across the globe. So today there are almost 20 plus implementations successfully implemented across the globe actually.
So Vikram, a single window system means that basically the information looks the same wherever you're looking at it, with the dozens of different customs agencies as well as other government agencies, all of whom love to have their own forms. That must have been an incredible feat to get these people to agree to use a single window.
That's right. I think if you look into this this picture or this one, for example, a freight forwarder, if he has to meet the customs requirements, there is sometimes he has to submit the documents to the trade board. He has to submit the documents to the customs. He also need to submit certain documents to the airport authorities, chamber of commerce, ports, and etc., etc. So this, in between this TradeNet system will act as a conduit or a single window wherein you submit a document to this, and the system decides where this information need to be transmitted down the line actually, whether you have to submit to the customs, to the FTA, or a port authorities. So it's a single document, one submission, one process point, and then it is accordingly submitted to the different government agencies. So yeah, I mean, that's that's going from 10 different entities to just providing one single system, and that helps redistribute internally to those organizations.
Yeah, thank you.
So I think with all of these examples, what I mentioned, that the unification or the putting together all of those customs into a single platform, and then these different other components of the supply chain, such as the freight forwarders and others, into the Calista Logistics platform, connecting to 80 plus different carriers, and also doing the implementation for the single windows for the governments, basically bringing the government services to to the traders and different communities. All of these you know, where we were able to put them together into our mission of building a very overarching a total trade system. Actually, if you see here, I think it can those B2B participants, the freight forwarders and etc., using Calista Logistics, that trade, the single window systems doing for the traders, and the customs node and many other services which I didn't bring in, but it was able to establish this mission, this basically the entire orchestration of the supply chain for all the different stakeholders actually. So underneath, through on the security base, if you see the logistics, the compliance, the ports, and the digital governments, they're all part of our mission of building that total trade. Okay.
Thank you.
So I think then, as I initially showed you the first slide, wherein all of those complex connectivities, interconnections between different stakeholders, what we see today after implementing the total trade, we see in a new trade flow in this in the new total trade era actually. So it's quite simplified. Each of these verticals will unify some of those services, and they not only just do the vertical integration, but they also do the horizontal integration with the different services. And having a total trade, you are able to perform from the origin till the destination, all the different kind of activities. Just some of them at the origin side. If you want to get the market insights, you want to see trade financing, and then with respect to the logistics sourcings and etc. And on the destination side as well, you are looking for the services where the customs compliance and others are required, leveraging on the technologies such as the AI and ML. We were able to envision and moving towards building that entire total trade system. I think I would just take this, I have just taken some screenshots of our systems wherein I'm trying to show some of the examples of our platform where the customers are using these services. Basically, if you look into this carbon footprint calculator, as I earlier mentioned, as I mentioned earlier, that this platform do help them to make those decisions on calculating how much carbon footprints they are generating. It helps them, in making those decisions into whether they would like to proceed with the ocean transportation or an air transportation. I think in this example, I have put in a container, a cargo volume of 20 tons moving from Long Beach to Singapore. If you take the ocean route, the amount of greenhouse gas emissions is, let's say, 19.384 tons. It also gives you in depth about each of those, actually, how much energy consumption is done, how much nitrogen oxide is generated. And if you send the same 20 ton through an air mode, the amount of the greenhouse gas emitted is almost 1976 ton. Basically, it is almost 100 times more than what you do through the ocean mode of transportation, actually. So it helps in making those decisions for our customers to choose more eco-friendly and sustainable options for them. Similarly, this in other in the trade advisory system of ours, we use the AI and ML technologies to help our clients to find the HS classifications. This is quite a challenging activity in for any supplier. If a shipper is bringing a product into US, the product might be called by a different name in the origin country, and they don't know exactly what is it being called in the destination. So let's say in this example there is an item called chicken satay, and if it is being sent from Malaysia to Singapore, our system be able to use the AI and the machine learning technology to go and find out the HS code for that. This is basically this is quite essential in doing the customs compliance. These HS codes, the products are identified by these HS codes rather than the descriptions of the goods. So the shipper need to know what exactly the code for those kind of products when it reaches to when it goes to the destination country. So this kind of tools are there which are embarking or using the machine learning and trying to provide those kind of details to our customers today. Okay.
So just to kind of, while you're going on, you're providing kind of backbone software, but are a lot of individual applications, different companies must have totally different IT systems, especially up at the application level. Are you basically letting them access a common API, or are you actually providing the full software for everything?
We have, I mean, of course, APIs are there for our systems for different purposes. Even for example, on this carbon foot calculator, they do have the APIs for this. But as a software as a service, our platform, it does have those multiple options going through the portal and doing those transactions on the websites, or accessing through the APIs our system, or doing different types of integrations with their systems as well, actually. So yeah, I mean, there are many ways of reaching out to our services on our platform.
Yeah, this last point about calculating the amount of CO2 produced is incredibly timely, because my understanding is that kind of in keeping with the Paris Accord almost 8 years ago, 9 years ago now, companies are going to be required to report on the emissions, the greenhouse gas emissions across their entire supply chain. And getting that kind of information would have been absolutely impossible without this kind of a platform.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I think that has been. I mean, this has been. I guess in today's scenarios, this option of finding the eco-friendly options for our shippers is one of the key decision makers for them to choose some of the platforms. Actually, I mean, it makes sense for them to know whether the container is being moved through the oceans or air or highways and all of the stuff. So what kind of environmental impacts they are creating doing these bringing these shipments, right? Yeah, I mean, if you are interested in looking some routes, basically how much it would the emission would do, I can quickly run through that. I mean, for example, let's say if it is moving from ocean, air, and then going into
You got cut off. Your sound got cut off just a second for me anyway.
I see. Okay. Uh,
The
can you hear me?
reason, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah.
So this would allow people to choose their most carbon friendly route, including whether shipping or air, buses or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. That's the whole. That's the objective. Actually, I mean, it helps certainly make them decisions that if yeah, if the emissions through air are so high and so polluting, they might look for an alternative options, and and it helps in making those decisions for them.
Okay.
Um, I think you know these couple of solutions there. The carbon footprint calculator, or basically, and the HS fluid classifications. I've just tried to show some of the examples on our platforms, different types of examples what the customers can do. It also, by implementing those single windows, as I mentioned earlier, what the different freight forwarders, different stakeholders in the trade, such as the freight forwarders or the cargo agents or the shipping agents, had to do so many numerous interactions or documentations with different government agencies. And this was how the previous situation was. And when the single window was implemented, we were able to see it gets into very streamlined and easier. So you are just interacting with one single TradeNet system, and then that TradeNet system will take care of sending the document accordingly to the respective government agencies actually. So if processing a permit before the TradeNet used to take 2 to 7 days, if a freight forwarder has to apply with the customs, apply with the FDA, with apply with agricultural agencies and etc. Sometimes it will take 2 to 7 days. Now through these TradeNet applications, within 10 minutes, you are able to get those kind of certificates and licenses actually, which has been a huge blessings for many of these companies. And this single window, success of this single window has been seen by many countries now. And this one single window implementation, as I said, we were able to productize, make it into a product, and then we were implementing in almost 20 plus countries now actually. And because of that, most of these customs are able to provide these kind of services to their own trading communities as well.
So just to be completely clear, TradeNet is your product, right? This is CrimsonLogic's brand name for your single window system, correct?
No, this is the TradeNet is the single window system of the Singapore Customs, and
Oh, okay.
we built this system for the Singapore Customs.
Okay. Okay.
Its newer version is called Trade Exchange now, but yeah, this is the single window system for the Singapore Customs.
And Callista, that you mentioned just a few minutes ago, is kind of like the protocol for communicating the information from these different nodes in the complex supply chain.
Yes, I think that Callista platform, if we go in, whether it is related to the logistics, the stakeholders under the logistics. For example, there are freight forwarders, there are warehouse operators, there are customs brokers, there are air carriers, ocean carriers. All of these need need assistance with either customs compliance, or they need systems to interact with each other. This unified platform will is providing that kind of a solution to these different stakeholders. Similarly, there is another unified platform for wherein we were able to bring in almost 60 different customs on a single platform actually. So if you're sending a shipment from let's say from US to United Kingdom, for example, you are able to meet whatever the customs compliance requirement of the export side of the US. You do all of that filing on the platform. Similarly, that all of that data and information can be fed as an import side of the United Kingdom, actually. So it means that the platform is doing the services for both the customs for the customers, actually. The other scenario for that, a non-unified or a different solution would be that the customer had to do the compliance related with the US customs on one system, and then had to move on to the UK side, find a local customs broker or someone who can do the documentation requirements and etc. For himself. So having these two, dealing with two different customs, two different set of documentation would have been an enormous task for these kind of an exporters in the US. So a unified platform does solve all of those kind of problems, actually. And we also do like more or less more of a customized solution for these exporters, whether they would like that data to be converted into the import side and so on and so forth. So yeah, I think we have been able to address all of those on our platforms for them.
Okay, thank you. This is a fascinating slide that you have up because I'm seeing very advanced information technologies, artificial intelligence, robot process automation.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
think
this is
yeah, what we did is actually, I mean, for example, the route between Chile to Singapore, if you are bringing in a full container truckload of red wine, this is an existing process. This is an existing, actually, before we did the total trade, before you use the total trade platform, the time to import full container load was almost 14 to 16 days. You have to look into the challenges on the financing side, whether you are trying to get the KYC, the verification with the compliance and etc. And on the compliance side of it, for just bringing that container, you need to do a lot of data preparation. There is a different set of languages for the Chile customs and the Singapore customs. And similarly, on the logistics side, you have to not only deal with the logistics issues on the origin side, but also on the last mile delivery in the Singapore. So all of these challenges were there. So when we bring in our total trade platform and try to use this full container load as a reference and see what kind of a savings we were able to do it. I mean, there is a huge huge savings for our customers, actually. Let's say, they were able to save almost 15%, cut down to 10 to 15 days from previous 40 to 45 days, actually. So it's been so as I said, in our platform, we are using because our platform has this logistics, the compliance and the finance related individual integration of those service providers. If the customer comes in over, we are able to provide those solutions to them, actually. Even in the even in the compliance side of it, we had these data TX and free trade FTA analyzer kind of a products, which helps them reduce these challenges of data preparation and cut down their costs significantly for them, actually. The end of the day, I mean, whatever it was supposed to take from Chile to Singapore 40 to 45 days to just bring a container load, it was now reduced by 10 to 15 days and able to deliver within 28 to 34 days, and save almost like a $1,650 per container, actually. In terms of the amount of volume, the hundreds of containers or thousands of containers they are coming up, the saving is quite significant in that. So there was another use case also. I mean, we tried to see between China and Singapore. I mean, the difference between these two lanes was the first one was, it's kind of a little more inefficient from Chile to SG. It was very not many carriers were there on the route. There were different challenges as well. But between China and Singapore, it is today it is very highly efficient. There are many more options for our customers to do it. So in that particular use case, having to bring again a full container load of electronic circuits, we again used our total trade platform and see what kind of a savings we could bring it to our clients. The savings were, I mean, having this kind of a platform, it did certainly prove that their customers were able to do a good amount of saving actually. I mean, almost 7 to 8%, 7 to 15% of the savings. From 14 to 16 days it was taking earlier. Now it is cut down to 10 to 12 days on this platform. So I mean, what it proves is that the total trade platform, having unified all of those stakeholders, either the customs node or the logistic service providers or the finance related service providers on the single platform, we, even for those more efficient and more matured routes, we could show to our clients a savings as well actually.
So I have a question that came in from one of our viewers, and it came to me by direct message, so I'll take care of it. That last slide that you had up that divides things into financing and compliance and logistics. We're talking about trade protectionism or trade wars. A lot of it used to be managed by means of compliance, such and such is not satisfactory according to our requirements for, showing point of origin or whatever. And especially in recent years, for example, the banking SWIFT system, basically Russian banks have been taken off the SWIFT system. So are you finding that this system, or are you concerned that this system might be essentially manipulated as kind of, I hate to say it, tool of trade war?
Yeah, I think that's you see that basically what happens is when we are talking about the finance related services, we bring on our platform many of these banks on our platform. So if a customer has to do let's say he is looking for financing with a bank, we would expect him to provide his invoices, commercial invoices and other documentations, and those documentations are now sent to more than one bank actually. So multiple banks would be able to see those kind of documents and then be able to provide him very cost effective financing options to those customers as well. And there were manual KYC processes. Now you are able to do those electronic KYCs through our systems. So these are the scenarios where those financial costs can be saved. But if you are asking me whether outside the SWIFT system and all of those challenges, if there is a shipper in Russia and he's trying to bring those shipments into in any other country, like any other country which allows the imports from the Russia, and in the absence of the SWIFT system, using our platform, would they be able to find that kind of a benefit? I think at this point of time, I would say that it may not be still able to find a solution, because these platforms are built on our existing financial systems, the banks and the service providers and whoever is offering actually, and if they are using the SWIFT system as an underlying system, then it would still be using those actually. I think it might not solve those kind of scenarios. And that goes back to my earlier slides that, these kind of a trade wars and the situations are bringing in new complexities into this whole supply chain situations actually. So are we not able to support all those customers from Russia now because of these new scenarios? How this can be possibly addressed in future, whether I would be able to quickly onboard whatever the complementary Swift system onto the systems. Yeah, I think those would be what we would see the evolution of these systems, the whole total trade, and bringing in such other different systems as well. But as of such today, it would not solve that problem for them as well.
Okay, thank you. I didn't mean to interrupt too long. Let's keep going.
So yeah, I think from the beginning we just went through what kind of a challenges the entire supply chain had, all of those interconnections, the connectivities between all of those different stakeholders over there, and then we try to build our total trade platform where we try to unify the nodes, the other logistics services, and the single window implementations. And I mean, I didn't cover many other such services in our platform, just try to bring in those three. And with all of those, and having, having tried some of these on different lanes, basically, either from Chile or from China, we have been seeing huge improvements in timings and in the cost savings for our customers actually. So yeah, I mean, we envision that this total trade platform would keep growing, covers the entire supply chain, and thus we are able to orchestrate from the beginning to the end actually on this platform. That takes me to what about about our company, CrimsonLogic. So as you said in the earlier in the opening remarks, we are part of the PSA. We are a global IT company, and obviously we are into the global trade, digitizing the global trade for businesses and the governments, having an experience of 30 years building these products, this helping the trade facilitation, compliance, even for port operations and government agencies actually. So we have been building these systems many years. We also have done the single window kind of digital digital government implementations across 40 different countries throughout this journey. And we have been able to provide a lot of impactful solutions to many stakeholders in the trade. This is our presence at a glance. We started in 1988. We have presence in 20 different countries. Have executed very large 60 plus large projects. These are countrywide implementation projects. We have also implemented 40 different countries, the whole digital solutions actually. So I think, yeah, that is what I concludes my presentation today.
Okay, this is, it's an incredibly complex, fascinating situation that is under challenge from all sorts of areas. A couple of questions that have come in. Really, what do you see as the main regulatory challenges between in trying to facilitate US-Asia trade? Thanks to Ankit for that question.
The regulatory challenges for the US customs, you are saying about that?
US-Asia trade. If you're trying to facilitate US-Asia trade, what are the biggest, I guess, either B2G or G2B or G2C challenges that you face, the regulatory challenges?
I think for each of these helms, either it is B2B or the B2G and the B2C now, there are different set of many different set of different kind of challenges they face. recently, for example, US Customs made a regulatory change that any product whose value is less than $800, you can bring into United States without paying any duties and taxes. So it means, an 800 US dollar in the US terms might be a smaller, but in many other countries, a $800 product would be quite a big product. So without what it meant is that the whole world started thinking that I can manufacture, basically I can make bikes, and now maybe I can export into US without paying any duties and taxes. So these kind of scenarios started cropping up. So there were then you know then these smaller e-commerce companies, whether Alibaba or the Temu and these companies, they started moving millions and millions of shipments every day into the US. So such large volume of shipments, when each of the shipment would require you to do a little compliance process, whether it is document or electronically submitting to the customs, and then you are now submitting in millions. There would certainly be the challenges on the regulatory side, basically whether it is the systems of the CBP or you are not able to meet those requirements actually. So at every different level, there are different set of challenges are there. US itself is US Customs is already controlled by almost 40 plus agencies, whether it is FDA, whether it is NHSTA. So sometimes you would not know when you bring a product into the US, let's say a textile, you would not know whether it is just the CBP you need to comply with, or there will be these 4 or 5 different other agencies you need to comply with, and what are their requirements and etc. So all of these kind of these are the challenges which many of these
So
clients face.
e-commerce actually, especially peer-to-peer, e-commerce represents a major new challenge for the trade system to deal with. Are there other kinds of big new challenges that you see coming in, in regard to either
Yeah.
regulation or in regard to efficiency or in regard to concern about the security of the information in the system?
Yeah, I mean, uh, if you are doing the B2B shipments from business to business and those kind of a large shipments coming over there, there had been different kind of challenges in the past. We I mean, the biggest challenge always has been that there is an unknown factor always behind it actually. So when you send a container load of shipment, you would not know in certainty that whether it will be stopped at the customs for any reason actually, even if you have provided all of those documentations which comply, but it is the officer on the ground has an authority to make that particular container to be secondarily, he can go and do a check, open it and look into it and all of those things. So just to avoid these kind of counterfeit goods and all of these things are coming up, it they would generally that if the customs is checking for counterfeit goods, and then your container can go through that kind of a screening and that kind of a waiting. So all of these kind of challenges we always see uh, at the CBP side actually. There's many of these unknown things that are that cannot be solved just by doing any documentation or etc. You have to sometimes just wait and watch basically just to get it cleared.
And this is kind of from Audrissa, a question from Audrissa, but I'm kind of changing it a little bit. You gave the example of reducing the carbon emissions and showing the different routes and what kind of carbon is generated through those different routes. Um, do you find that a motivation for your customers is to be able to make public statements about their compliance, not compliance with laws, but their reduction of carbon footprints, and also increasing the visibility of where the shipment is? Is that something that's of major interest to a lot of the shippers?
Yeah. No, we do. I mean, the carbon footprint calculations, which I showed in, it of course takes in so many of these parameters and helps them to calculate how much footprint they are generating. Whether this can be, whether our system is more of a recommendation in nature, a guidance in nature, that what kind of a savings you are doing. We don't see such an kind of an authoritative system somewhere wherein you do in that system, and it gives you that kind of a proof that you have really saved it, and then you want to go on to make it public that this is the amount of savings. I think we see many of our customers, they use this to make more more decisions, to see how they can be more eco-friendly. Some can go, yeah, of course, some can go publicly, wherein if they are not required to prove it, actually, they certainly go to publicly to go and tell it actually. But whatever our calculations are there in the carbon footprint over there, these take into several factors into consideration. This is more scientific way of doing the calculations as well. It looks into the different, if you're going from Long Beach to the Singapore, it does through an air route. There is no way you can reach from, there is no, for example, there is no airport in the Long Beach, let's say, which can go to Singapore. So you have to go to LAX, from there to the highway route, then the highway amount of carbon emission, and then from air route. So all of these it will take into consideration and does the overall calculations. So I mean, yeah, I mean, there's no stopping to going public and saying this actually, because it is not just an imaginary or anything. It is scientifically calculated data.
Okay. So, in your slide about the challenges and kind of technology solutions, you had a couple of references to blockchain down on the solution side. Are you finding that people are very interested in trying to use blockchain for authentication of ownership or authentication of provenance to make sure that something doesn't go to some country it's supposed to go to or whatever?
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, I was just referring recently to the hype cycle, the Gartner's hype cycle, and where the blockchain is. Maybe it is towards the declining side of it, its use cases. But if you have asked me this question few years back, 4 or 5 years back, we had a very good example of a blockchain use case. For example, if there is the certificate of origin, if a product is being made in Canada, and you have to show the certificate of origin, an authenticated certificate of origin to the destination customs, basically. So we have still the solution wherein the certificate of origin was uploaded into the blockchain, and then it was stamped, and then the officer on the other side was able to verify that this certificate of origin has not been tampered, or has not been, is not a fraudulent by going through this system actually. Otherwise, in a paper world today, a product which is made in Canada, if the officer requests, if you want to show them made into US, it's just a matter of making another paper actually. So to avoid this, we had this system wherein that for that particular product, you upload the certificate of origin onto the blockchain, and then that whole technology was being used to authenticate and verify as well. I mean, but yeah, I mean, apart from that, I think we have not seen a huge number of use cases in the trade side of it. you might have seen on the food, actually. I think this technology is being used, but yeah, not much into the trade side of this
Yeah,
actually. But yeah.
yeah, I can imagine that for the food, you could even take it down to what field the spinach came from
Yes,
and know
yes.
exactly the origin that way. But I'm also, I guess I don't know, I don't mean to be too looking for trouble, but I understand that fraud has been a huge problem in the shipping industry for years. When you've got that much value, that huge a system, and it's that complicated, there are all sorts of ways for people to hide. Are you finding that the new technology solutions are helping to reduce fraud?
So in our all technology related implementations, um, till date, there are these very bigger challenges for the customers actually. I mean, especially with respect to anything, a technology being used for the fraud detection. I can't recall exactly that kind of a scenario, but there are so many major concerns for our customers, and they are more focused on solving those actually. As I told you, another example of the HS classification, when that product is coming, you might be calling locally something, and then you are ready to export into US. It has its own name. That name itself has 10 different varieties. So for example, there is a t-shirt, whether it is made up of cotton, made up of nylon, made up of polyester, or whatever it is. Each one has its own categorization or a classification in the US customs. So you need to provide that right classification. So those are some of the bigger challenges for for these kind of customers actually. So and yeah, we have been using these technologies to help those kind of challenges for them. um, there may be intricately, I think there might be some kind of a fraud related solutions can be done, but yeah, at this point of time I'm not able to recall exactly in what kind of a
Okay,
scenario it can help.
okay, that's fine. Similar question is from Patricio, and Patricio suggests that he might give this his question out verbally. So why don't you unmute and ask your question, which is about, providing optimization to clients of the best route.
Yeah,
Patricio,
thanks,
floor is yours.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, thanks, Dr. Asher. Vikram, thank you so much for the talk. It was incredibly informative, so I really appreciate it. So I'm a student and I've studied like a lot of econ and stats. And I guess it's my question's in the chat, so you can like also pull it up. But it seems like from your earlier slide of like the reduction when you split it up in like financing, compliance, and logistics, that logistics has still seen like the least amount of reduction in both costs and like time. And I guess my question is like, could you talk a bit more about like how different actors in like supply chains find the best route from a buyer and like from a seller and a buyer and point A and point B, and like how they find like the exact best routes? Because like it seems like to me it's like some type of maximization problem of like profit with some constraints, whether it's environmental, regulatory, etc. And my initial guess is that this would be really good for some type of like ML or statistical learning model, and then trying to like work with that. But I guess my main question is like, what is CrimsonLogic working on? Like, what are the next steps for you all? And is there any like particular things that make it like very tricky to kind of implement this approach that I might not know about?
That's quite an interesting, I mean, as I said, when we build this, I mean, when we build these kind of a platforms, we do not expect that every piece of the software we would build it basically. For example, the route optimization. If I have to look for between China to Singapore, what is the most optimized route, and if I have to find whether there are 50 different carriers who are able to offer that kind of a services, Yeah, I think there may not be, but just let me show you one example which I would kind of happy to present if I can. Just see what we are working on. We call it more or less like an Expedia for the ocean carriers as well. We on our platform, let's say, okay, so for example, this is a vessel schedule. I want to bring in, for example, from USLGP, Long Beach to, let's say, I'm going to, again, Singapore, actually. I mean, I'm just, my fingers are more used to this route. So, so I'm trying to find between this route, what are my options actually? What exactly what I would try to get an options to bring this cargo or a container load of cargo through this route. Let's say what it finds. For the next 4 weeks, give me all the possible options. So you would see that, all of these, so many different carriers are able to offer me all of these routes for this, and then based on these routes, based on their pricings, based on their availabilities, I would be able to make kind of a decisions which best suits for my business actually. So this platform, in a sense, when I go back and look into it, it has to connect to all of these 80 different big ocean liner carriers, get into their vessel schedules, for the next 4 weeks, not only just in this example, OCL, the HLCU, and all of these carriers will be connecting. So it's more or less, if you see, you are booking an air ticket, you are able to get it through all the different of air carriers who are going to offer you the ticket between that for that journey. Similarly, for the ocean carriers, we are trying to bring in that kind of a concept here and able to connect to all of these carriers and bring that option actually. So it also gives that an option. Whether I don't know whether it is helps you answer your whether it is doing that kind of a route optimization, but it certainly helps in making them a decision on choosing which carrier I want to take it, and does help them in saving the costs actually. Maybe one route I can take it 2 days, maybe it is costing me $500 less, then I might choose it actually that way.
Yeah, thank you.
So if I can take, let me take this just for a minute, okay? Because the obvious optimization, like on Expedia, would be to find the lowest cost and most convenient alternative. Fewer connecting vessels and so on and so forth. But do you see in the future optimizing this for, say, carbon emissions as well as price, and playing consideration of emissions against price and against other kinds of factors?
Yeah, I mean, that's true actually. I mean, in generic for this particular route, as I said, it is whatever what we have seen recently, that if you take it back, whatever, the manufacturing used to happen in China, and all of those products were being built over there, the only ultimate decision was the price point at that point of time actually. So you go to there and you have a plan, you're manufacturing, and you get the products. And then of course in the last year or two, we have seen that cost is not just the a decision making point these days. Actually, there are certain other factors that are also affecting these, and that is why we are seeing this kind of a near shoring of the manufacturing of the products. A lot of these plants have moved into Mexico or within United States to produce the same products which were basically being done in other countries, like in China previously. They might be coming at similar cost or a little higher cost, but you have saved some other something like the emissions in this case actually. So it is helping them to make those kind of decisions actually, that hey, I want to make an eco-friendly product. If I'm going to spend so much over there, I rather put in a little extra, and I want to have it as nearby as possible.
I'm sad to say that we're out of time, but I'd like to ask really the last part of Patricio's question to you. What's next for CrimsonLogic? And that'll be kind of our closing comments for the day.
So yeah, I think we, I mean, as I said, in that slide where I showed you, there are so much of things are happening in the in the supply chain, right? There are so many new trends are coming up, whether it is the AI or the machine learning. We are seeing a lot of existing processes are changing with the newer technologies. We see the automations happening in the warehouses. I read just recently that for example, if you're walking around the warehouse, you wear the glasses, and the glasses would be able to look at the product and provide you all the necessary information about it. So how that kind of an information can be integrated back to our platform and provide, that particular product has been picked up now. Previously, it was somehow that use case was more like someone would use to put manually that information that this shipment cargo or this product is being shipped out of the warehouse. Now looking through that, there is an API call, we have to do it and pull up that kind of an information. So the technology is evolving very, very fast, and going forward for us, look into all of these different kinds of technologies, and see how those can be included into our total trade platform. There were, in current scenarios, you are saving from 10 days to 5 days. Then maybe in future we would still be able to save more, even 2 days and 3 days, and kind of a scenario is actually more savings actually. So I think there's a lot more to do with respect to technology. So it's all the work is on using these new technologies basically on the existing platforms.
So I think that's a great note to close on. And Vikram, thank you for a really informative presentation and a good discussion. So everyone, please join me in thanking Vikram. We appreciate it, and we look forward to keeping in touch from this point.